Hi lovers, I am April and I have a question for you. Is it your dream to work, to study, and to live in the US and eventually be a US citizen someday? Because if yes, I want you to be inspired. I have a story, a real story. Watch this. Many years ago in the Philippines, there was a Filipina who dreamed to live in the US. And now, years later, she is a certified US citizen. Hey everyone! So right now, we are with Miss Arnie. She's a nurse from Texas, USA. And she's here para ma-inspire tayo ng mga dreamers na gusto din magkaroon ng US visa, US citizenship. So, right now, she's here to tell us her story about how she was able to do the dreams, the American dreams that most Filipinos have. So, okay, Miss Arnie,
Hi, April.
Hi, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. So right now, I have some questions for you, for our viewers. My first question is, can you describe your journey from Philippines to the US?
So I was born in a small island in northern Samar. When I was growing up, I saw how my parents have sacrificed a lot to send my siblings to school. So from there, I was motivated to do better and help them. So from the small island, I went to school. I made sure that I passed. I had good grades. So when there's an opportunity for me to work as a nurse in United States and get a master's program there for free because it's a scholarship, then of course I took advantage of that.
Wow. Okay. So, in your case, why did you go for US?
At that time, when I graduated from the nursing program, there's a boom of high demands for nurses in the United States, and it was an easy way for me to, fulfill my dreams. So I took advantage of that.
Oh, okay. So, and also, some of our viewers here are very interested because you said that you got a scholarship, and that is very hard because only limited people are given the opportunity and even were able to pass the exam. So, but most people here are asking, how were you able to do it?
I think part of it is I just finished my NCLEX at that time when I applied for the scholarship. So when I took their entrance exam, I was able to meet the requirements of the passing grade. Also, I did an interview, preliminary with the agency, and then I was lucky. I was able to pass that, and then I took another interview for the hospital that will hire me there part-time while I'm going through my master's program. And good thing they also chose me. They had multiple people applying for that, but I'm one of those that were chosen, so I was thankful of that.
Oh wow. Okay, so you were on a scholarship, so that means that you had a grade to maintain. So how were you able to balance your studies and your work, because I bet it would be very difficult for you?
Yeah, it was really difficult, but I was very motivated. I know I have the vision, so even though it's difficult, I made sure that I pass. I study in advance. I made sure that I submit my paperwork on time. I had to learn how to use the laptop, the technology in the United States. When I went to America, I haven't even touched a laptop by then. So it was one of those that I struggled initially when I went to America.
Wow, that's and also you mentioned before to me that aside from the first time for you to use a laptop, it was also your first time to ride a plane.
Right? Yes, it was also the first time for me to ride a plane. So yeah, I guess I was just very ambitious, and I'm so motivated to meet my goal. And when there's an opportunity, I jump ahead.
Wow, that was very, very courageous of you. Especially you said that you also mentioned before that you didn't know anyone from your batch. How many were you?
There were 5 of us that were selected to be scholars to United States, and some of them came from Ilocos in Pampanga, and then me from Samar.
You were to rate your the difficulty of studying masters in the United States from 1 to 10. How are you gonna rate the hardship?
Personally, it's 8. The 2 is mainly because of the language barrier, and also they're very strict with the way we write papers. There's what we call the APA format, where you refer specific authors based on their works, so you don't want to plagiarize them. But otherwise, really, as far as the education in America, for me it was easy. Actually, schooling here in the Philippines is actually harder, even for the basic nursing program.
Really? So that's very new for us, because most people here would think that it's very difficult to study in the US, because we
Not at all.
we view US in a high pedestal. So yeah, that's a good thing, because
Yes.
maybe some of our viewers
easy.
here are very interested in studying abroad. So you're getting some kind of an idea from someone who personally did that thing. So did you ever think, or did you ever doubt yourself if you're gonna make it? Like if you're gonna graduate, if you're gonna, make all your dreams come true?
I never doubted myself. I know, and I trust myself as far as meeting the grades and meeting the requirements, and I keep reminding myself about my parents and my family, and I never doubted myself. I know I
Wow.
can do it.
That's girl power. Okay, so also you said that you are like a nurse educator. Can you tell us more about the job, and how did you evolve into that job?
So for you to be a nurse educator, basically your role is to educate the nurses in the department, or you educate the nurses that are being hired in the hospital. So I did both. But part of that, for you to be able to perform the job effectively, you have to have practice also already as a bedside nurse, be a leader in the unit, and also had an experience as a clinical instructor. That way you know what is the need of the new nurse without an experience, and the floor being that you have experienced it already. So then you can be more effective in educating the staff, making sure that they meet the requirements, regulatory requirements, and meeting the clinical outcomes that the hospital wanted, which is no infection, no patient injury, and staff retention, those kinds of things.
Oh, okay. Can you describe your journey from a Filipina with a student visa to a Filipino with a US citizenship?
So I got the student visa, which is a J1. That means you can work and part-time though, and full-time student. I had that one for about 3 years. So when I graduated, I stayed in America. Fortunately, the Philippines granted that I can be exempted from going back to the Philippines, which is a requirement of the J1 visa, because J1 visa means I am trained in America, and then whatever I learn in America, I will share it here in the Philippines. However, during that time, there was a very high number of nurses in the Philippines, and a lot of them actually don't have a job at that time. So when I graduated from the J1 visa, I did not have to come back to the Philippines. I applied for the EB2, which is an advanced practice work visa in America. I was granted, fortunately. So I had that one for 5 years, and by then I was eligible to apply for the US citizenship. and that's when I have the US citizenship. And well, deep in my heart, I'm still a Filipino. So just recently, I applied for the dual citizenship, so I can be both.
Wow. Okay. So, in summary, like, you from a U.S. like what would you call that, exchange
Visitor.
visitor?
Yeah.
It's like a
J1.
student visa, J1. You converted it into
EB2 visa.
EB2 visa, and then from EB2, that's when you are eligible to apply for
For the
a US
US
citizenship. But it took you how many years in total for?
In total, like around maybe 8 years actually.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's not
Not
instant.
easy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's not instant.
Yeah.
So really, patience is a virtue. So if you want to have like a U.S. citizenship, you really have to work on it, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So also, do you have any words for Filipinos who also dream to study, to work, to live in the U.S.?
Yes, of course. You know, I'm very introvert person. I'm very shy. I'm very private. So if I can do it, you can do it too.
Okay, so thank you so much. So for that very empowering message for our viewers. So guys, you heard her. If she can do it, then we can do it as well. So for you who also dream to have a U.S. citizenship, like it's an American dream for most of us, you can refer to her life because she made it from a small island girl somewhere in Samar. It's like a probinsya.
Yeah, I used to be called mestiza because of my tan skin and my not so pointy nose. But now I'm an Americana.
Okay, so congratulations, Miss Arnie, from a probinsana now to a certified Americana.
Americana.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Arnie, for your time and for your effort to inspire our viewers tonight that, indeed, if you pursue your dreams are just there waiting wherever it is. Okay, but guys, before we end this vlog, I would just like to thank the owner of this beautiful venue for tonight, 17th Avenue Bar and Restaurant here in Dasmariñas, Cavite. And guys, please do like and subscribe my YouTube channel. It's Follow Love in Facebook and in YouTube. So yes, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got inspired today. Have a good day.